Hello! Can you guys hear me? Hi! Yay! We are live. I'm just gonna wait a minute to start. Hi everyone! Thank you to Derek and Mike and Justin for kicking off the show. You're all so good, and this is just amazing. We're really making something special out of this time, because otherwise I know this lineup would never happen. So this is really, really cool, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. My name is Kiri. I'm part of a band called Early Riser from Brooklyn, New York. Aw, love you, Fat Mike. And I'm going to play some songs. This is called Wallflower and Red Lipstick. The kids who valued being different, but only in one way, were always the worst. Tolerated me for liking the right bands, but then mocked me for not knowing them first. And then there was me, a wallflower in red lipstick, asking permission to exist when you're convinced you're doing life wrong. It's so easy to collect the evidence. The price of being yourself can't be more than the cost of being someone else. The toll of toxic company is never worth avoiding loneliness. And then there was me, a wallflower in red lipstick, asking permission to exist when you're convinced you're doing life wrong. It's so easy to collect the evidence. I wasn't trying to be visible, I just wanted to be seen. Wasn't asking to be looked at, I just wanted to be me. Not trying to be visible, I just want to be seen. Not asking to be looked at, I just want to be me. So now here I am, a wallflower in red lipstick, not asking permission to exist. When you accept that you have value, then you finally can collect the evidence. Are you willing to collect the evidence? Thanks, guys. While I was playing, I was getting texts from my bandmates saying they were all singing the harmonies at home, and I love that. I wish I could have you all on the split screen doing it, but I don't really know how that would work. But yeah, normally we got a lot of vocals, 4 people singing, and cello and full band, but these are some of the new songs from the record that we have coming out on AF Records sometime this year. So it's a little preview. This is the title track. It's called Vocations, and it's just about like the choices that you make with what to do with your life and what to do with your time. And I think it really applies to this time, you know, like, what are we going to make of it? How are we going to spend our time? Who are we going to reach out to? How are we going to be helpful to the world and to our communities? So, yeah, just really happy to be here with you guys doing this today. And this song is called Vocations.
What do you make? What do you really make with your hands and your mind and your
Not good without the cello solo. Shout out to Heidi. Thank you. I saw some shout outs from the queer punks during that song. I love you guys. Alright, I'm going to play another song from our upcoming record. It's called Pleasantries. Yeah, I know how this goes already. You call me up and I'll say I'm busy. Later I'll show up when I'm feeling lonely. But we'll just argue about each other's favorite movies. Cause you hate romance and I don't care for action. I never told you anything, but I would if I thought you'd listen. You never tell me anything, but somehow I'm still here. I wanna be honest, cause I can't tell what you're thinking. And it's so much that I need you to know. I'm sick of the surface and all these pointless conversations. Can we let the pleasantries go? Yeah, I know how this goes already. I'm fired up and my mood is heavy. I'm ready to dig up 7 years of history. But you'd rather tell the waiter all your funny stories. So I just shut down. We keep moving backwards. I never told you anything, but I would if I knew you'd listen. You never tell me anything, but somehow I'm still here. I want to be honest, cause I can't tell what you're thinking. And there's so much that I need you to know. I'm sick of the surface and all these pointless conversations. Can we let the pleasantries go? You wouldn't believe the people I've met. Talked all night in 8 cities. We've got no secrets left. I want less of this and more of that. Reciprocity and total respect. I want to be honest, cause I can't tell what you're thinking. And there's so much that I need you to know. I'm sick of the surface and all these pointless conversations. Can we let the pleasantries go? I want to be honest, cause I can't tell what you're thinking. And there's so much that I need you to know. I'm sick of the surface and all these pointless conversations. Can we let the pleasantries go? Yes, hi Andy, that's a key change. We're really proud of that key change. It was on our wish list for this record. How am I doing on time? Okay, cool. I'm going to play one more new one. This is the closing track on our upcoming record. It's sort of similar to the opening track. It's about like the choices you make for what to do with your life. This is sort of a little bit of an artist statement for me, like why I do this. You know, even if I play a show and no one's there, even if it seems like no one cares, like this is just something that I have to do. And by doing that, I get to be part of such an amazing community of other people who feel, you know, connection to music and art. And I'm so grateful for this community. So, yeah, this song is called Blood on Canvas. Are we artists? Are we fighters? Are we all of the above? Are we clear now on what matters? Are we doing what we love? Are we lacing up our gloves to finally show the world and ourselves what we're truly made of? I wouldn't do this if I didn't need to. You wouldn't hear this if I didn't bleed through. I'm giving everything until all that is left is blood on the canvas. Are we artists? Are we fighters? Are we all of the above? Are we clear now that what matters are the people that we love? Are we holding on and holding tight and holding out for what it is we always dreamed of? I wouldn't do this if I didn't need to. You wouldn't hear this if I didn't bleed through. I'm giving everything until all that is left is blood on the canvas. What if all your heroes had just quit? If your favorite songs did not exist? What if this is your do or die moment? This is it. We are artists, we are fighters, we are all of the above. We are clear now on what matters, we are doing what we love. We are holding on and holding tight and holding out for what it is we always dreamed of. I wouldn't do this if I didn't need to. You wouldn't hear this if I didn't bleed through. I'm giving everything until all that is left is blood on the canvas. We are artists, we are fighters. We are clear now on what matters. We are artists, we are fighters. All that's left is blood on the canvas. Thank you. And I saw some people saying they are all of the above, and that is awesome. Water, cheers to you. Hi to the person who saw us in Lowell, Mass. That was a great show. We played with Derek from the Homeless Gospel Choir, an acoustic show in like an old movie theater. That was one of our favorites. Yeah, this is so fun to be together with people from all over the country and the world, new friends and old. It makes me so happy. Yeah, these online shows have really been such a lifeline for me and a lot of people through this time. So thank you for being here. And yeah, this whole lineup is so amazing. I want to say happy birthday to Derek. Yay! Love you, Derek. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this birthday show that is just for you and also all of us, but mostly you. Yeah, do I have time? Okay. I'm going to play a cover that I just learned today. I hope that I still know it. My band knows that I never play with a capo, so this is for you guys. Also, I think my uncle said he was going to watch. He's really awesome. He's in his last semester of teaching at Juilliard and had to learn how to teach digitally. But he's really cool, and I have inherited his love of Broadway. So I'm going to attempt to play a Broadway cover. And I think it's also a pretty punk song. It has sentiments that a lot of us, I think, can relate to from growing up, and maybe even now, about being kind of on the outside. So this is from Dear Evan Hansen. It's called Waving Through a Window. Learn to slam on the brakes before I even turn the key, before I make a mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up as you slip away, 'cause I've got nothing to share. No, I've got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong. Every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, nobody around? Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in the forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in the forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tap, tap, tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Waving. Oh. That was fun. Thank you for bearing with me in my Broadway cover debut. I think I have a couple minutes. I'm going to do two more quick ones together. If you guys have heard our first album that came out on AF in 2017, you will have heard these. These are the first two songs. Yeah, happy birthday again to Derek. My birthday is also in 3 days. Fun fact, he's exactly 3 days older than me because we were born the same year, so that's pretty fun. And yeah, this is a song that I wrote on my birthday a few years ago, and I wasn't doing so well on that birthday. I wasn't feeling very good about myself. So the good news is that I'm feeling much better about myself this year. The bad news is I'm not feeling so good about the world. But what can you do? Yeah. So this is called Just Start Dancing and the Nevers. I still have my capo on. That's why I'm singing that really, really high. I'm going to take it off. That's better. I'm sick of hating myself for being awkward when all I want is to dance with you. I'm sick of shaming myself for being honest. Saying something true. This life that we've chosen, it isn't easy. Softest way, I wouldn't give back a single day. So if you catch me feeling sorry for myself again, just start singing, just sing anything. When you see me hanging by the wall again, just start dancing, I'll join in. Just start dancing, I'll join in. heart. don't tell me that you'll never change. Sometimes the nevers become the maybes and okays. Sometimes they sneak up behind you and give you your best days. They told you the first words you uttered. What were the last words you sang? It's okay to go out with a whimper, as long as you come back in with a bang. It's okay to go out with a whimper, as long as you come back in with a bang. It's okay to go out with a whimper, as long as you come back in with a bang. It's okay to go out with a whimper, as long as you come back in with a bang. It's okay to go out with a whimper, as long as you come back in with a bang. It's okay to go out with a whimper, as long as you come back in with a bang. Yay! Thank you, everyone. This has been super fun. I'm going to sign off, and Brandon from Swiss Army is going to be on next, and it's the whole great lineup the rest of the evening. Thank you so much for being here. Donate at AF Records Venmo if you want to. Support the bands, and yeah, I love you. Have a good rest of the day.